and the mass shooting tragedy in Maine. 40-year-old Army reservist Robert Card, the man accused of opening fire at a bowling alley and bar Wednesday night, was found last night dead of an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. The discovery brings to an end an urgent 48-hour manhunt that kept an entire state on edge. This was the worst mass shooting of the year so far. In 2023, there have been more than 500 mass shootings in America, according to the Gun Violence Archive. More than 35,000 people have died because of gun violence, many of them children, making it the leading cause of death among Americans under the age of 20. Let's bring in Leanna Holden. She's a resident of Lewiston, Maine. She's the founder of the Freeport High School Students Demand Action Group. Leanna, it's an honor to have you join us this morning. I first want to say and ask, how are you doing? How's your family doing? Now that the manhunt is over, we've heard, and I can assume everybody's relieved, but these past few days have been terribly hard on you and your family, right?
Yeah, I think last night was the first real night of rest any of us got. Knowing that he's no longer a threat to any of us puts all of us at ease. I think the past 48 hours have been incredibly hard. We've all been locked in our houses. I haven't even opened my windows in the past 2 days. I'm excited to be able to get out today and feel safe doing so.
Leanna, this moment has forced reflection on many, including on the state of our nation, how these mass shootings happen one after another in America. Congressman Jared Golden, he actually represents your town. Here's what he had to say Thursday about how this particular shooting changed him. Take a quick listen.
I have opposed efforts to ban deadly weapons of war like the assault rifle used to carry out this crime. The time has now come for me to take responsibility for this failure, which is why I now call on the United States Congress to ban assault rifles like the one used by the sick perpetrator of this mass killing in my hometown of Lewiston, Maine. For the good of my community, I will work with any colleague to get this done in the time that I have left in Congress.
Leanna, you're part of a generation that has to deal with active shooter drills and these types of mass shootings. So when you hear a politician say, this is my change of heart, and he's that open about it, what are your thoughts?
I'm glad that it's finally time they're realizing. I think it's a shame that such a tragedy had to happen for people to understand how dire it is that firearms like this need to be banned. No individual needs to have access to these weapons whatsoever. And I'm really glad that a member of our community is finally understanding that.
Leanna, I just mentioned your generation. It's grown up, sadly and tragically, with mass shooting after mass shooting. It's become the norm. According to the Gun Violence Archive, there have been more than 560 mass shootings this year alone, and the year isn't even over yet. Now that this tragedy has happened so close to home, do you think this actually will not only impact your own activism, not only for Maine and Lewiston, but also you think regionally, maybe even nationally, for others to become more aware?
Absolutely. I think that gun violence isn't something that a ton of people are super worried about here in Maine. It hasn't always impacted us as severely as other areas, but I've always been very passionate about gun advocacy, knowing how many students are in fear every day they go into school of the possibility that these mass shootings they see on the news could be them next. I think I'm excited for the new generation of advocates to spur from seeing these tragedies, as horrible as they are.
Leanna, Lewiston's such a small community. One of the victims, 14 years old, such a small community. You know, one of the mass shooting locations was a bowling alley. I mean, everybody in your community has to know each other and be connected to each other in some way. Kind of share with our viewers the sense of how the community is doing now and plans on maybe building and moving on from this tragedy.
I think that we are all in just a state of devastation. I believe we can kind of rest easy and come together now to heal and hold memorials and vigils for those who were taken from us in this event. I just really hope we're able to come together and mourn those who have been taken by gun violence.
My thanks to you, Leanna Holden. You are very brave. For our viewers, you are in high school. And so I want everybody to understand, for you to be doing this not only is important for you and your messaging, but I'm proud of you for taking the time to join us this morning and for your activism. Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much.